Silent scan.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Whoever you are, or wherever you are, I hope you are having the most amazing day ever because you know what? You deserve it. And while we are talking about what things that we deserve, I deserve to find a really great game to play on my phone. I would prefer horror in particular, but at this point, I'm trying a little bit of everything. So when I win, you win. So let's check this game out. So we start with chapters playing one of several characters. Before I go any further, let me pause right here. Somehow, some way, when I was choosing this particular video, my mind totally skipped over the word novel, which is clearly there in the description. Hence my surprise when the character dialogue just kept going and going and going and would not stop. I'm actually speeding up so much of this. If I would have let this play at standard speed, it would have been about 30 minutes worth of just the characters talking to each other. So so I'm saving you the trouble of having to listen to all the character dialogue. And when I tried to like hit the skip button, it kept saying skip not working, or some suchness. So as I'm like recording this video, I sped it up a lot. So if you're somebody that's really into like novelized games and you like really extended conversations between the characters, then this is for you. It was not for me. I really love immersive interactive games. And I actually did find one, not this one, that really kind of does that combination of like storytelling and immersion of the actual user player, which is me, and I get to do a lot of things in that particular game. I'm actually keeping that for myself. I'm I know I just said when I win you win, but this game I really love and I really kind of want to play it a little bit more before I share with everybody. So yeah, jumping back to this game called The Letter. It's basically it appears as gothic horror, but it really is like just an anime like story disguised as gothic horror. And Isabella is the first person that we play as. She basically is like a real estate agent and she has to sell this really creepy house, which you see right here. She's supposed to be meeting her friend slash partner at this house this afternoon. They talked on the phone earlier, but by the time Isabella gets there, this person is like literally nowhere to be found. So up until this point, a lot of nothing happened. She talks to her friend. They talk about life. She gets some phone calls from like a guy she's like interacting with. We don't really get a lot of chances to play the game. We get the game asks us a couple like life questions. Do you want to ask this or do you want to ask that? Do you want to respond this? Do you want to respond that? Other than that, it's really just the characters kind of like going off into this novelization, which I didn't realize until I went back and read the description again. Like, duh, Keanu, oh my gosh. Another point you may not like about this particular game is that when the character is thinking in her mind, there's no sound. You have to read her thoughts on the
Rose?
screen. But when she's talking
If you
to
can
like
hear
another
me,
character,
please come out.
that's when you'll
Come
hear
on,
like the
Rose. This
vocalization
isn't funny.
between the
You
two.
know this
So
place gives me
there's
the
not
creeps.
constant narration. At some points, we just have to listen to the music play in the background and read what's on the screen to get a feel for what's going on. Like right now,
What the
we would
hell?
be reading.
Rose?
And then
Rose, is
if
that
there's
you?
another person
Not funny.
that she's
I'm
interacting with,
leaving
that's
if you
when you
don't
would
come
hear
out.
Isabella's
Not
voice
coming
and
out,
whoever
huh?
she's talking to voice. This is really where the suspense begins. So I will go ahead and just like let it play out with some more sound.
Hello? Hello? Rose, where the hell are you? Rose, come on. Where are you?
I'm at stick.
So honest answer, this part really did creep me out and kind of really got me in the spooky mood.
What? The attic? Why?
Absolutely not. If a creepy voice is telling me to come up to the attic, movie is over. But of course, curiosity gets the best of her, and she eventually walks herself up this giant staircase. And as you can see, like how the light is flaring is supposed to tell you that something suspicious is happening on that second floor. I want to make another call out about the animation. I really love the pastel animation. I really am fond of it. It's very aesthetic. The problem that I have is that we really don't see the characters move. We'll see like the background go from static to very like creepy and foreboding, but the characters themselves, we really don't get to see their facial expressions. We don't get to see them interact in the scene. It's a lot of like static backgrounds, and then you'll get like a flare up like now to let you know something creepy is going to happen, but we don't see the actual characters get into a serious like animation or interaction with the scene. Everything is very like reading heavy and dialogue heavy. So right now, because she's thinking in her head, it's very silent. So you kind of have to create your own atmosphere. So I played this in the daytime, so I wasn't really scared. But I can maybe, and it's on my phone, but maybe if it was like in the middle of the night, 2 a.m., all the lights are out, if I put on my own like spooky atmosphere, maybe that would help to like get this game into a little more of like the creep zone. But that doesn't really happen here. And again, I don't even see the character. I don't hear the character. I'm supposed to be the character, but it's hard to really like get into the character, if that makes sense.
A letter?
And this is what I mean. These next few frames, I'm not slowing down. This is real time how fast this character is moving as the game is playing in its natural speed. It's very slow motion. You never get to see the characters actually like move or look fright.
What? Send this to 5 people, or else what? Or else what? No?
This was probably the best jump scare. I literally jumped when this first happened. As I said, every once in a while, it'll give you an option to interact with the game, but these are few and far between. I immediately almost threw the phone. As I said, the animation on this is actually tops.
Please!
This is where the first and most important gameplay begins.
Stay away! Let me out!
This is tap, but first I was like, what am I supposed to do? This is the moment I started panicking because I realized I wasn't tapping fast enough and it was going to make a big difference really soon. Yeah, so that was literally the most exciting part of the whole game. I sped up through a lot of it. Even when you reset, because it's not the full version of the game, it only lets you play like one character. The good news is you can go back and redo and play that same character. You don't have to unlock all the characters to get some kind of gameplay out of it. So what I did is I went back and I skipped through that whole first novelization part and tried to redo the scene where Isabella is trapped in the room. And I did get a different outcome. So let's go ahead and check that out.
Please.
Yes, I was so much quicker this time. So with my quick skills, we were able to escape the room. Isabella then goes back downstairs and tries to figure out what just happened to her. She's trying to get herself together. You think all is safe, and then
No. Go away.
so moral of the story is here anyway. No matter if you escape the room or don't escape the room, you still end up getting trapped by the ghost. However, the novel is not done. We suddenly break out into this intro montage that I was totally not expecting. Now, here's my question. I don't understand why they didn't put this at the beginning of the game. It literally is like I'm about to watch like an anime, like an actual like anime on like Netflix or something. It has like a full like character dissection as we're like watching it. These are all the different characters I believe you can play if you unlock all the chapters, and you can kind of like read or follow the novel from their individual points of view. I don't know. I just feel like this caused like a whole tonal shift. It went from being like a creepy gothic story to being a little bit of The Ring, you know. Then suddenly we're in an anime cartoon. Like the tonal shifts in this game were like all over the place. And again, it just moved way too slow for me to even care about anybody when we got to this part. Now it looks like a lot of like interesting fun stuff happens. If this was just a cartoon, sure, I would probably watch it. But if I'm playing a game, I want to be more involved in what's happening on the screen, and we don't get that with this particular version of the letter. Like the tonal shift was like so out of nowhere. I think I did choose to keep playing this. And what happens is we find out Isabella is actually not dead. She actually like rises up and her friends are there. Like something happens where like she loses some time, but even though it leaves you with a cliffhanger as if she's dead, and like the ghost has like captured her or something, she's really not. She just was like unconscious downstairs. So at this point, I kind of just was like, this isn't for me, but I did want to share it in case this is like your jam. Like you like to do the whole novelized gameplay and you don't really need to like interact or immerse yourself, and you're okay with all of the reading and the sudden tonal shifts and not being able to unlock all of the characters, then yeah, this is definitely for you. It was not for me. But I hope this little intro to the letter, which has a free first chapter on the Play Store, was helpful for you. And I will see you next time. Check out some of my other videos. I'm always curious to see how far people get and in these like longer form videos. So if you made it all the way here, can you like write in the comments, I made it here? I would really appreciate that, because I'm really curious. Anyways, I shall talk to you next time. Have a fantastic day. Stay magical and golden. And all right, bye.